Welcome back to my Jets franchise, and in today's episode we'll be finding out who is going to be our starting quarterback going into week 1 of season 2. Last year we spent a 4th round pick on quarterback Jordan Travis, and he came in and sat behind Aaron Rodgers his entire rookie season, got a little bit of playing time near the end of the year but actually got hurt in the final game of the year. Or will it be the rookie that we just drafted? Jared McDonald is definitely a bit of a project for us, comes in as a 69 overall. We do luckily have a decent offensive coordinator who is kind of bumping some of his ratings up, but we will find out between these two guys who will be our starting quarterback. Before we get into any games or anything like that, the one thing I want to go over is we did make a trade. I was able to trade Allen Lazard now that the next season has started. I couldn't trade him in the offseason. It would have only saved like $2 million in cap space. We saved a bit more waiting until the preseason, so he has been shipped off, and in exchange we get a 5th round pick. But now let's go over our roster for the preseason so you guys can see all of the guys that I've signed, like undrafted free agents and other veterans that I brought in. The first addition we'll go over is I did sign a mentor quarterback in Kirk Cousins just to give these guys a little bit more experience. He hopefully won't have to touch the field barring a lot of injuries. At running back, I decided to bring in a couple undrafted guys. The first one is Josiah Kelly, who was actually one guy I considered drafting in like the 6th and 7th rounds, so I was glad to see him as an undrafted free agent. And then we're also bringing in Jason Mays. So I personally love having a fullback on the roster. In my experience in Madden 24, having one really helps out the run game, so we have signed another undrafted free agent in Moses Herron. Over at receiver, I have signed Odell Beckham to be a mentor receiver here. Still has some solid ratings, so if he needs to get on the field, he can still play here. And then I also brought in a couple undrafted guys in Justin Calhoun and Mike Sutherland. We actually ended up only having one tight end on the roster, so I brought in Zach Ertz, one as a mentor tight end and a backup Brock Bowers. He still has some solid ratings, should be okay to fill in. And then undrafted free agent Lucas Posey. I did look through the linemen that were available, but I really didn't see any that could really help us out, so we're just going with the same O-line we had at the end of the offseason video. Over at left end, we have Will McDonald and Elton Hardesty. Once again, just another position group that I looked at the available free agents, but didn't find anyone I absolutely loved. Then over at right end, we only had Jermaine Johnson on the roster, so I went ahead and signed Greg Gaines and Leonard Floyd to back him up. Now, you may have noticed that John Franklin Myers was no longer at defensive end. That's because I moved him over to defensive tackle, where he is an 84 overall. If he actually ends up leaving us at some point in free agency, I will switch him back to being the defensive end. But for right now, we're going to need him at defensive tackle because behind him, it's not really that great. And as weak as I feel like our linebackers are, there wasn't really anyone in free agency that could really help us out. So we're just rolling with the same guys. I am really excited for our corners this year because yes, we have Sauce Gardner. We also brought in Rasul Douglas. We still have Bryce Hall. But then we drafted 3 guys with hidden depth traits in Casey Pryor, Kyron Moody, and Anton Lane. Now over at free safety, we're still going to be using Jordan Whitehead. Backing him up will be rookie Jamal Ballard that we just drafted and AJ Finley. Then finally at strong safety, we still have Tony Adams, who is listed right now as our best player at a 75 overall here. We also have Trey Dean, but I found an undrafted free agent in DeAndre Truman out of Columbia. 22 years old, comes in as a 70 overall. That is one of the highest rated undrafted rookies I have ever seen. Our punter will remain the same. I have changed his number though to number 6. And then we had to sign a new kicker. And we actually found Jake Elliott in free agency. So that is who I have brought in. One more thing I want to cover just in case you guys see this during the game is I have changed Garrett Wilson's number from 17 to 5. He wore number 5 in college, but there is a reason he lost number 17. And that is because during the offseason, we managed to bring in wide receiver Jalen Waddle. Now, he has worn number 17 apparently through high school, at least from what I could Google. So I wanted to actually make sure he kept that number. I feel like this is probably a realistic thing that would happen. So Garrett Wilson is now number 5. Jalen Waddle will wear number 17. As you can see on this screen, we do have a few upgrade points to get to because I did training camp and stuff off screen just because that stuff sometimes takes me forever. So I don't ever feel like really recording it. But let's go ahead and upgrade some of these players. I wanted to start with Brock Bowers because he goes up to a 90 overall, and you can see all of the upgrades that he just got with that. Running back Breece Hall is also going up to a 90 overall, getting +1 to ball carrier vision, break tackle, carrying, and change of direction. Then we also have defensive end Jermaine Johnson getting a few points here, 1 to awareness, 2 to finesse move, and 1 to play rec. Then our rookie middle linebacker Damian Bryant, who I'm hoping to develop behind CJ Mosley this season. He gets +1 to man coverage, play rec, 2 to tackle, and 1 to zone coverage. Then we have one of our rookie corners in Kyron Moody get an upgrade. He gets +5 to his awareness, 1 to man coverage, and 1 to press. What is his awareness now that it needed to go up 5 points here? I don't even see it immediately on the screen. Where is it at? All right, it's up to a 66 now. Now, wide receiver Brendan Rice actually has a couple upgrade points here. We're going to start by upgrading his deep threat. Maybe that should get him up to about an 80 overall, but he's going to get 4 points here, plus 2 to awareness, 1 to catch in traffic, 2 to deep route, and 1 to speed. And then we'll go and upgrade his playmaker, getting him up to an 81 overall now. And what is he going to get this time? 2 to awareness, 1 to ball carrier vision, 2 to break tackle, 3 to catching, and 4 to short route running. The last 2 players are the quarterbacks that will be competing for the starting job. The first one is Jordan Travis. Here you can see his ratings, but the thing that really concerns me about Travis is that he is an aggressive decision maker. In my experience in this game, when they have that, that means they're going to throw a ton of risky passes and get picked off a lot. Then we have our other quarterback in Jared McDonald. Now, I understand that was probably not the best way to use that draft pick, but what's done is now done. He comes in right now with 90 throw power. He is a lot less accurate than Jordan Travis, but he also is a conservative decision maker, which means he won't throw nearly as many risky passes. So I'm hoping that would mean he doesn't throw near as many interceptions. We're going to upgrade his field general as well because he really does need to get more accurate. And all he's going to get is +3 to throw accuracy mid. We are now finally ready to jump into the first preseason game here of Season 2. I will say though, throughout this preseason, we're probably not going to watch a ton of the defense because the main thing I want to focus on is who is going to be our starting quarterback. But let's go ahead and jump into the first game against the Vikings. The first quarterback that will take the field is going to be Jordan Travis. Starting from his own 25-yard line, he does have all the starters. Hands off to Breece Hall to the outside, who gets met and brought down for just a 3-yard carry. From our own 28-yard line, we go right back to Breece Hall, and he goes up the middle for not very much. Now a 3rd and 7. Now an obvious passing situation for the Jets. It's going to be a play fake to, I believe, Breece Hall. Now Jordan Travis going downfield, and he's going to get picked off on the play, trying to hit Jalen Waddle, and the Vikings will take over at the 30-yard line. And that was the exact kind of thing I was afraid of with his aggressive decision making. Tried to force one in, and obviously it does not work out. Well, like I said, we aren't going to watch a ton of the defense, so I didn't jump in on this drive, but they started at like the 25-yard line. A penalty and then sacks moved them all the way back, and they end up punting the ball away on 4th down. So it is still 0-0, and now Jordan Travis will take the field again from his own 20-yard line. Breece Hall is still the running back, but Travis will look to pass. He's going to go deep downfield. He's got a man. That's Jalen Waddle, who will get into Vikings territory all the way down to the 40-yard line. All right, so we've seen a duality of Jordan Travis here on the first couple pass attempts. Now on 1st and 10, he'll drop back to pass again. Going to the outside, he finds Breece Hall, who cuts up the sideline for a gain of 6 to set up a 2nd and 4. Now Travis back in shotgun again. Breece Hall is still in the backfield here. Will we go back to him? Yes, we will. Hall tries to go to the outside. He breaks that tackle, but is brought down to set up a 3rd and 3 for the Jets. Now Jordan Travis back in shotgun again. We'll drop back to pass. A quick throw to the outside. He finds Garrett Wilson, but it sets up a 4th and 1. But we are apparently going to go for it. Why not? Let's get aggressive here in the preseason. Travis out of shotgun. We'll drop back. A quick throw to the outside. Caught by Brock Bowers, who will have the 1st down and keep this drive moving. That sets up a 5-wide set. Travis will drop back to pass again, rolling to the outside. Now finally letting this one go towards the end zone. A wide open man. Touchdown to Brock Bowers. I'm not real sure what that play call was because it looks like there were 3 Jets standing in the back of the end zone. It looks like Breece Hall could have also caught that one, but whatever, I'll take the points. Now it is time for rookie quarterback Jared McDonald to take the field. The Vikings would tie this one up at 7 on their drive. From an I formation, he runs a play action. He's going to throw this one downfield, and that gets deflected away, intending that one for Waddle. Now a 2nd and 10. Really what I want to see from McDonald is if he can make plays. He has a terrific speed rating at 90, and we're going to get to see it here as McDonald goes to the outside and dives down for just a 4-yard run. That sets up a 3rd and 6. Can he avoid the 3 and out? Back in his shotgun formation, he will drop back to pass. He steps up, throws on the run. He finds Breece Hall, but they will end up punting this one away on 4th and 2. On the next drive, we are still tied up at 7, but now all the backups are in because we are in the 2nd quarter. And let's see what McDonald can do here. It's a read option to the outside, and he'll get a 3-yard carry to start this drive. Now on a 2nd and 7 from his own 38-yard line, Blake Corum is lined up at running back. He will send our fullback Heron in motion. He takes the step and gives it to Corum to go to the outside, and he is going to get met and brought down. That sets up a 3rd and 5, and Carter Warren, one of our linemen, is injured. Well, McDonald, can you avoid a 2nd straight 3 and out? From your own 39, it's a shotgun formation. He drops back to pass. A quick throw to the outside, caught by Johnny Wilson, who gets the 1st down up to the 45. He was a guy we drafted last year, did not get much playing time. Good to see him make a play there. Now 1st and 10. Out of shotgun again. He'll drop back to pass. He steps up and throws on the run one more time, and he will go incomplete to Zach Ertz. Looks like it was knocked out of his hands. Now a 2nd and 10 from the 45-yard line. Blake Corum is the running back again. He'll drop back to pass. He's throwing this one out to Corum, and he has a blocker in front with Zach Ertz, and he gets brought down into Vikings territory at the 42-yard line. Just a 3-yard run from Blake Corum on the next play brings up a 2nd and 7. Now out of shotgun, they go back to Corum, who gets one hell of a block, has the first down, will be met and brought down to the 25-yard line. McDonald back in shotgun again. Corum still the running back, but he'll look to pass this time. He's standing in the pocket, throws to the outside, caught by Corum, and he's brought down for a 5-yard play. That brings up a 2nd and 5 from under center. They give it to Corum, who goes right up the middle. He has the first down and will get met and brought down to the 13-yard line of the Vikings. With Blake Corum still in at running back, McDonald will look to pass. He's throwing this one towards the outside. That'll be caught and brought down. That is Odell Beckham for a 4-yard play. That brings up a 2nd and 6 from the 9-yard line. He drops back to pass. McDonald quickly throws to the outside, caught by Wilson, who sets up a 3rd and 1. Don't settle for a field goal here, McDonald. 3rd and 1 from the 4-yard line. Back in shotgun, he'll take the snap, and he's going to look to run. Throws on the run, caught by Zach Ertz, and he is forced out, but has the first down out of the 1-yard line. Now McDonald will line up under center. Blake Corum is the running back. It's a toss play to the outside, and Corum will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. And on the Vikings' next drive, rookie outside linebacker Danny Campbell comes away with a pick. You love to see that, even in simulation. All right, this will probably be the final drive we watch in this game with 3:59 to go here in the half. Out of shotgun, McDonald will look to throw. He steps up, and he's going to take off here, and he jukes out one man, breaks a tackle, and fights for the first down and holds on to the ball. I was afraid he was going to fumble. Following that play, Blake Corum would get no gain on the next play, so it's a 2nd and 10. By the way, runs like that can easily win him this starting job. On 2nd and 10, going downfield, and he finds Odell Beckham for the first down to the 35. Now McDonald back in shotgun again, will take the snap. It's a play fake to Corum, now firing this one deep downfield, and that's a jump ball caught by Odell Beckham down to the 12-yard line. McDonald back in shotgun again. He'll take the snap. It's a quick throw to the outside. That's caught by, I believe, Xavier Gibson, who gets to the edge and sets up a 1st and goal from the 1. Now the Jets come out in an I formation from the 2-minute warning. Inside the 1-yard line, we give it back to Corum, who goes up the middle for his 2nd rushing touchdown today, and we're going to jump to the end of this game from here. I'm just going to throw in PJ Walker for the rest of it. Apparently, the rest of this game did not go well for Minnesota either. The final score is 38-7, and I feel like both quarterbacks actually looked really solid today, aside from Jordan Travis's 1 interception, which I believe was his only incomplete pass. Well, I actually forgot to look at the box score before leaving that game, so let's take a look at it here. Jordan Travis went 5 of 6 for 79 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. PJ Walker apparently went 10 of 10, and then Jared McDonald went 10 of 12 for 85 yards. Did not throw a touchdown, but put us at the 1-yard line 2 times for Blake Corum to get in. Speaking of Blake Corum, he ran in for 3 touchdowns. It looks like our undrafted running back Jason Mays got in as well. And then receiving, Odell Beckham 5 for 63, Zach Ertz got 4 for 51, and Brock Bowers was the only one to catch a touchdown. Alright, some breaking news here. I was doing the weekly training for the 2nd preseason game, and Danny Campbell got a gold badge in his trench battle and ends up getting a star dev trait now. So one of the rookies that we drafted goes from a normal to a star dev already. Don't get me wrong, I am excited that Danny Campbell got his star dev trait, but if Jared McDonald had gotten that, this quarterback competition would be completely over, but I'm still going to go ahead and keep training with him. Following that weekly training, we do have an upgrade point for defensive back Kyron Moody. He gets +3 to awareness, 2 to man coverage, 1 to press, 1 to tackle, and an ability slot. So we have learned that defensive back Kyron Moody is at least a superstar dev trait, which now that I'm looking at my roster page is a bit insane. We took Kyron Moody in the 6th round of the draft, and I got a superstar dev trait out of it? That's pretty damn good. We're going to jump into the Jets' first drive. All we've done so far is run the ball a couple times with Breece Hall, but now from the 38-yard line, we'll go back to Hall. He has the first down. The Bears would get the ball first. They went downfield, failed a 4th down conversion, and obviously, if you haven't been able to tell yet, I decided to start Jared McDonald in this game. Now at the Chicago 33-yard line, we have yet to see him throw the ball, and he will here downfield and miss everybody. 2nd and 10. Now McDonald back in shotgun again from the 33-yard line. He'll drop back to pass. He's going to step up, trying to escape the pressure, and he'll get sacked on the play to bring up a 3rd and 13. That sets up a 5-wide set. McDonald comes out as the only one in the backfield. from the 36-yard line of Chicago. He'll drop back. Now he's going downfield, and he finds his man. That's Jalen Waddle down to the 4-yard line for a 32-yard play. Now a couple run plays after that huge gain. It's a 3rd and goal. And it's going to be another run play. It's a toss play out to Breece Hall, who gets to the edge and walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. The Bears are eating a ton of time on their drives. This is only our 2nd drive of the game, but now a 3rd and 9. Can we avoid the 3 and out after a couple run plays? Going downfield, he'll find Jalen Waddle to convert that to the 46, and Jalen Waddle is injured. Awesome. We're just going to hope that injury isn't serious. Yes, I know I probably shouldn't be playing these receivers, but I want to give these quarterbacks a fair chance here. Now on a 1st and 10, and McDonald's going to get murdered for a loss of 4. That sets up a 2nd and 14 now at the 42-yard line. McDonald back in shotgun. Will drop back looking to get those yards back. He'll find Brock Bowers, who breaks that tackle and will fight his way down to the 29. McDonald would throw a ball away on the next play to make it a 2nd and 10. Now he lines up under center. He'll take the snap. It's a fake to Breece Hall. McDonald going to lob this one downfield, and he finds a man. And what kind of weird animation was that? It looked like someone turned into the Flash, but a great catch from Garrett Wilson. Now a 1st and goal for the Jets from about the 5. He'll take the snap, hand off to Breece Hall, who goes to the outside, and Hall will get brought down to the 2-yard line for a 2nd and goal. He will take the snap. They give it to Hall, who goes to the outside, and he dives into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown today. So just so we're counting, Jared McDonald has led 4 touchdown drives, but they were all rushing touchdowns. The Bears would actually score on their next drive to make it 14-7, but now the Jets have 1 minute and 12 seconds left here in the first half. Still all the starters in the game. McDonald will run a play action going downfield. He finds Bowers for the 1st down out of the 36-yard line. Now 1 minute and 8 seconds left to play in the half. He comes back in shotgun again. Breece Hall is still the running back, but he will drop back to pass. He's going to fire this one downfield. That'll be knocked away, intended for Odell Beckham. Now a 2nd and 10 for the Jets. He's going under center. Breece Hall is the running back, but he will drop back to pass and throwing downfield to absolutely nobody. I legitimately can't even tell you who that one was intended for. But now a 3rd and 10 with about 1 minute to go here in the half. He'll take the snap and looks to pass again. He's going to take off right up the middle. Needs to make someone miss, but can't do it, and we will punt this one away. All right, I did not expect to get the ball back in this half, but the Bears go 3 and out. We take over at the 46-yard line with 20 seconds to go and all 3 timeouts. So let's see if Jared McDonald can get us into field goal position for Jake Elliott. 1st and 10. He'll drop back to pass. Looking to go downfield, maybe get in field goal range immediately. He's going to take off and get body slammed for a 5-yard run, and we burn our first timeout. Now 14 seconds to go in the half with a 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line. McDonald will take the snap and looks to pass again. He's going to throw this one to Brock Bowers on the outside. He gets a block. Now Bowers up the sideline, and he goes out of bounds with 7 seconds left to play. Now the Bears' 36-yard line. He's back in shotgun. McDonald will look to pass again, going downfield. He finds Garrett Wilson, who is going to get brought down, but there is a flag down. What is this going to be? Personal foul? It's a face mask, so we're going to get to move even closer, and we'll probably just kick a field goal. This one should be no problem for Jake Elliott. Just a short 25-yard try, and we're up by 10. And Jordan Travis will get to start the second half for the Jets out in shotgun. He's going to start with a read option to the outside. Travis can run a bit, and he will end up with a 5-yard carry. Now he comes out under center on a 2nd and 5 from his own 25. And they're going to give this one to Corum, who goes to the outside. Blake Corum has a huge lane and the first down, making people miss into Bears territory, and finally brought down for a 30-yard carry. Now we come back in shotgun following the big run, and we're going to go right back to Corum to the outside. He has another solid run, but this one will only go for a gain of 7 instead of 30, but it sets up a 2nd and 3. Now Travis lines up under center. From the Bears' 38-yard line, he'll take the snap. They go right back to Corum, who has another first down for the Jets, brought down to the 34. Another handoff to Blake Corum on the next play would result in a 2-yard gain. Now a 2nd and 8. We go back to Corum one more time to the outside, down the sideline, and Blake Corum is gone. Touchdown, Jets. Did we just move the entire length of the field just running the ball? I believe the only one that didn't run with Blake Corum was the one read option play with Jordan Travis. Bryce Hall would come away with a pick on the next drive, so we take over at the Bears' 48-yard line for the final drive of the game that we will watch. It's another handoff to Corum, and Blake Corum has another first down. He has 6 carries for 89 yards right now. We have not seen Jordan Travis throw a pass yet in this half, but he will look to throw here. Going downfield, he'll find his man, and that is Zach Ertz down to the 11-yard line for a gain of 22. Now a 1st and 10 from the 11. He drops back, another quick throw to the outside, and he will miss Johnny Wilson on that one. Now a 2nd and 10. Now he goes under center. It's going to be a play fake to Corum. Now a quick throw to the outside, and why in the world is our rookie middle linebacker out there at tight end? Because in case you didn't know, that's who we intended that pass for, and he never turned around. Now a 3rd and 10 with a 5-wide set. Travis all alone in the backfield will drop back to the pass. Standing in the pocket. Now he's finally going to let this one go, and he finds Johnny Wilson into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Alright, I lied. That was going to be the final drive that we saw in this game, but because Damian Bryant just got a pick and set us up at the 19, let's watch Jordan Travis for one more drive before I put in PJ Walker. Right now, these quarterbacks are not making this decision easy. A 1st and 10 inside the red zone. We're going to hand this one to Blake Corum, who goes to the outside. He breaks that tackle, and Corum breaking another tackle, still going, and finally brought down to the 8-yard line. What has gotten into Blake Corum today? At this rate, I may need to start thinking about starting Corum over Breece Hall. Now Travis lines up under center. He'll drop back, and it's going to be a handoff to Corum again, who goes right up the middle and walks into the end zone. Granted, Blake Corum is doing this against backups, but we have a 38-7 lead. Alright, having Blake Corum in, even whenever I put in PJ Walker, may be a bit overkill because the final score of this one is 55-7. Now, we did not get to see a lot of what Jordan Travis did in this game, honestly, or really, he didn't do a whole lot. He barely threw the ball, but he did manage to throw at least one touchdown, and Jared McDonald came in and led a couple touchdown drives. But on the final stats, McDonald goes 7 of 11 for 149. Travis only threw the ball 4 times, but did manage to find the end zone, like I said. Running the ball, Blake Corum ran for 164 and 3 touchdowns. Breece Hall ran for 2, and Jason Mays ran in for 1. Then receiving, the only one to catch a touchdown was Johnny Wilson, but it looks like Brock Bowers had a pretty solid first half, 3 catches for 58 yards. Now we have one preseason game left this year, but we also have a wide receiver mentorship scenario and some upgrades. First, we have middle linebacker Damian Bryant. We're going to upgrade his pass coverage. He gets +1 to man, +1 to tackle, and 2 to zone. Then we have rookie corner Anton Lane, who we took, I believe, in the 2nd round. He gets +1 to acceleration, awareness, man coverage, 2 to press, and 1 to tackle. And the final upgrade is quarterback Jared McDonald. I went ahead and upgraded his field general trait again just because, like I said earlier, I want him to be a bit more accurate. But he gets +1 to awareness, 1 to throw accuracy deep, 1 to throw accuracy mid, and 1 to throw power. The wide receiver mentorship is Odell Beckham wanting to mentor Johnny Wilson. We're going to say however you can help. No idea really what you're going to do for him. I don't really think he's going to see the field that much, but he gets 1,200 experience, which is obviously amazing. Now, in the 3rd preseason game, starters generally play 3 quarters. I don't think I'm going to do that, but we are going to start with Jared McDonald on 1st and 10. A quick throw to the outside will be caught by Brendan Rice for a 7-yard gain. I really don't have a favorite right now for who is going to win this job. It could really go to either quarterback, but now on a 2nd and 3, McDonald dropping back, throwing to the outside, almost overthrows Garrett Wilson, but he makes the catch anyway. That gives the Jets a new set of downs. He's back in shotgun again with Breece Hall in the backfield, and that's where we go with it. Hall to the outside will get met and brought down, and now Breece Hall is injured on the play. Also, a quick update for you guys. In the last game, we saw Jalen Waddle get injured. He is not seriously hurt. But now a 2nd and 8, and we go to Blake Corum, who breaks the tackle, but then is brought down immediately. That brings up a 3rd and 6 now. He's back in shotgun from the 41-yard line. Looking to avoid a punt here. It's a screen pass to the outside, caught by Corum, who has the 1st down and will get brought down to the Jets' 48-yard line. But now Trey Smith, our brand new right guard, is injured. Another injury we just kind of have to hope is not serious. A 1st and 10 here. McDonald back in shotgun. They'll go to Blake Corum. Never mind, it's a read option. McDonald to the outside will break that tackle, break another one, and then finally get brought down for a 5-yard run. Now with a 2nd and 5 at the 47. In Rams territory here from under center, and it's going to be a play fake to Corum under pressure, and he's going to get sacked on the play to set up a 3rd and 8. McDonald back in shotgun at the 50-yard line. Can we avoid the punt yet again? He will drop back to pass, and he's just going to take off up the middle, and he has the 1st down and will get brought down to the Rams' 39-yard line. Now he comes back in shotgun. Corum is still lined up at running back. He will take the snap. A quick throw to the outside is going to be caught by Garrett Wilson. That's a 5-yard play. Sometimes it's good to just see that the quarterback will take these short throws, but we really haven't seen him throw downfield too much. Now on a 2nd and 5, and they'll give this one to Blake Corum, who will break that tackle and then get leveled down for no gain. That sets up a 3rd and 5 now at the 34-yard line. Blake Corum is the running back here. He will drop back to pass. McDonald throwing this one towards the outside, caught by Garrett Wilson, and another 1st down for the Jets. Now he comes back in shotgun from the 28, and he's going to throw this one downfield, but overthrow Garrett Wilson. That would have been a beautiful touchdown. But his first incomplete pass of the day does lead to a 2nd and 10. Now running to play action. Now he's looking to throw this one down the field, and that's also going to go incomplete. 3rd down. All right, will we be sending out Jake Elliott on this drive? He's back in shotgun. Corum is the running back. He will look to pass. He's going to fire this one downfield, and he finds Brendan Rice for yet another conversion, but now Brendan Rice is injured. Our entire offense is falling apart. That is 3 injuries just on this drive. Now 1st and 10 from the 14. McDonald will drop back to pass, and he's going to get hit by Aaron Donald and lose 4. Well, rookie, welcome to the NFL. You got to meet one of the best defensive players in the league. A 2nd and 14. From the 17, McDonald back in shotgun. It's going to be a run play to Corum, and he's going to get met and brought down and set up a 3rd and 11. I have lost count how many 3rd downs we have had on this drive, but will this one finally be the one that ends the drive? From the 14-yard line, it's a play fake. McDonald under pressure. He's getting sacked on the play by Aaron Donald for a 4th and 17. We will just send out Jake Elliott. And I thought I was going to just simulate that, but I guess not, because the field goal gets blocked. However, the defense does force a punt on the drive, so now we take over at our own 16-yard line. He's lined up under center. Breece Hall is the running back, and never mind, it's Blake Corum, and we give it to Corum, who has the 1st down to about the 30-yard line. From about the 30-yard line, we'll give it back to Corum, who goes to the outside. The blocking sets up, and he has another 1st down the sideline, brought down to the 49-yard line, and now Zach Ertz is injured. It's now to the point our backups are getting hurt, but now on a 2nd and 7 following a 3-yard run from Blake Corum on the next play. At the Rams' 48-yard line from shotgun, we go right back to Corum, who goes right up the middle and has another 1st down for New York. McDonald back in shotgun on the very next play. He will drop back to pass again. A quick throw to the outside, caught by Jalen Waddle, who makes the catch and is brought down to the 25. McDonald back in shotgun again. Blake Corum is the running back here. He will drop back to pass one more time. And he's going to fire this one downfield. He finds Brendan Rice. Never mind, that's Odell Beckham down to the 10-yard line. I just saw the single digit and assumed it was Brendan Rice. Now a 1st and 10 from the 10. He's lined up under center. Blake Corum is the running back. And we go right back to Corum, who goes up the middle and will get met and brought down about the 5-yard line. A 2nd and goal. Now the Jets come out in a goal line set. With Blake Corum at running back, it's a toss play to the outside. He gets blockers out in front of him, gets to the edge, breaks that tackle, and Blake Corum into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. I believe that is now 5 touchdown drives that Jared McDonald has led that resulted in a rushing touchdown. But now we will watch a couple drives of Jordan Travis for a 1st and 10. Starting at our own 25, now tied up at 7 because the Rams would score on their drive. We give it to Blake Corum, and this drive will start with just a 2-yard carry. Now that does set up a 2nd and 8. Travis goes back under center. He'll take the snap. It's going to be a toss play to the outside to Corum, and he's going to get met and brought down for just a 1-yard gain that time. A 3rd and 7. Will Jordan Travis avoid the 3 and out on this drive? He's back in shotgun. Blake Corum is the running back. He will drop back to pass. He's under a lot of pressure, and he's going to get sacked on the play, and we will punt this one away. However, our defense would also force a punt, so now we come back out at our own 23-yard line. Travis lines up under center, and we'll give it to Blake Corum. There's immediately a flag on the play as he's brought down for just a couple yards, but what is the flag going to be? Illegal block in the back. Okay, and an illegal block in the back on the offense. That would make it a 1st and 20, but we would get no gain on the carry from Blake Corum, so now a 2nd and 20. From our own 13-yard line, Travis will drop back to pass. He's going to throw this one towards the outside. That'll be caught, and that's a gain of about 11 yards. By the way, that pass went to Jalen Waddle, so now a 3rd and 9. From the 24, Blake Corum is still the running back here. Can we avoid a 3 and out? He'll drop back to pass, throwing down the sideline, and he overthrows Brock Bowers, and it looks like Bowers got hit hard on that one. Now jumping into the 2-minute warning for the first half. We're down by 7 with 2 minutes to play. On a 2nd and 5, Travis will drop back to pass. He's going to go downfield, and he finds a wide open Jalen Waddle, who steps out of bounds and then gets hit anyway. Where's the flag on that? It's the preseason, guys. But it does set us up in Rams territory with 1:53 to play here in the half now. Travis back in shotgun will drop back to pass. And he's going to look, and he's going to launch this one to the end zone, and he will find his man, but Waddle could not get 2 feet down. However, they're apparently going to review this, even though in full speed, that didn't look like he was down at all. And I really can't even see his feet there. We might be able to here. There's the catch. Gets 1 foot down. Unless that back foot is dragging, this is not going to stand. All right, I stand corrected as they overturn that call. So that was a beautiful play, apparently, all the way to Jalen Waddle. And just like the last game, I did not expect to get the ball back in this half, but we have 59 seconds and 1 timeout. So let's see if Jordan Travis can lead this offense downfield again. He'll take the snap, And now rolling farther back, and now finally throwing this one downfield to a wide open Garrett Wilson running down the sideline. He gets out of the 23-yard line. Like I said, these quarterbacks are not making this decision easy at all. 1st and 10, 52 seconds to go. Travis will take the snap, standing in the pocket, now rolling farther back, and now throwing back across his body, and that's going to be caught by Bowers for the 1st down to the 11-yard line. The clock is still running. We have not burned that final timeout just yet. Travis back in shotgun. We'll drop back to pass again. He's going to throw this one towards the outside. That'll be caught by Wilson for a 3-yard gain, and he got out of bounds. So that stops it with 18 seconds to play for a 2nd and 7. At the 8-yard line, Travis out of shotgun will drop back. He's going to the end zone, and he just throws it through the back. A 3rd down. With 15 seconds to go in the half, he will come back in shotgun. Blake Corum getting a lot of action today with no Breece Hall. He'll take the snap and look to pass, go into the end zone again, and that's into traffic, but he finds Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Jets. That was going to be the final play that we watched in this game, but now starting the 4th quarter, it's a 2nd and goal. We give it to Blake Corum, and he will juke his way into the end zone. I really just wanted to see if McDonald could finally throw a touchdown, but I guess not. Jumping to the end of this game, we win 31-20 and officially go 3-0 in the preseason, and I will have one hell of a decision to make at quarterback. Jordan Travis goes 7 of 9 for 139 and a score. Jared McDonald 8 of 10 for 73. Running the ball, Blake Corum ran for 106 and 2 touchdowns. Receiving, Jalen Waddle 5 for 102 and a score. Garrett Wilson 5 for 60. And following that game, we do have one upgrade point to use. It is for wide receiver Xavier Gibson. He's going to go up to a 70 overall here with a playmaker upgrade, getting +2 to awareness, juke move, and medium route. As of right now, I have no idea who is going to be my starting quarterback going into week 1. I will figure that out before the actual episode goes up, but I also need everyone to realize that stats are not going to be everything here. Yes, Jordan Travis threw 3 touchdowns, including some really pretty ones, and Jared McDonald threw 0, but we also saw McDonald take care of the ball. He had 75% of his passes completed. Granted, Jordan Travis had 73, also really good, but McDonald took good care of the ball. He's also a few years younger, so if I had to decide right now, I would probably go with McDonald, but I will think this over between episodes. We do have a couple injuries to deal with. One is our backup center and rookie Ramon Sloan, and the other one is wide receiver Brendan Rice. If you guys remember, Rice was injured to start the last season and missed the first game. It looks like as of right now, he will miss the first 2 games of this season, because we are currently in the week where I have to cut a bunch of players, so advancing to week 1 and we'll actually, get to lose one of those weeks. The first player that is going to get cut is quarterback PJ Walker. It'll save us about $1.4 million in cap. The main reason I'm doing that is because Kirk Cousins with his mentor player tag is a bit more valuable. With running back, I'm going to move Josiah Kelly over to the practice squad because we actually saw in simulation Jason Mays get a couple touchdowns, so I feel like he probably earned a roster spot here. I am also going to be moving both Justin Calhoun and Mike Sutherland over to our practice squad. We didn't really see them at all in the preseason just because of how many receivers we currently have, but I don't want to cut them. The next player that's going to get cut is actually going to be Bryce Hall because I really like our defensive back room. I talked about that earlier, but having 3 guys on the team that have hidden depth traits right now, and we know that Kyron Moody is at least a superstar, if not maybe a superstar X Factor. We'll see how lucky I can get there, but we are going to cut Bryce Hall just because I don't feel like there's much room on the team for him. The next roster move is going to be AJ Finley going down to the practice squad. We are also going to be moving another safety down to the practice squad, and that is Trey Dean. The next roster move is going to be left tackle Sterling Thompson going down to the practice squad. Left guard Evan Finney was actually our 7th round pick, but we're going to go ahead and move him down to the practice squad as well. The next roster move is going to be cutting defensive end Greg Gaines. I feel like Leonard Floyd has some higher ratings and we could actually use him should there be an injury or just for depth. And the final move we have to make, defensive tackle Carlos Blakely will be going down to the practice squad. I took him in the 4th round, so I hate moving a guy that I drafted that high over to the practice squad, but Kevin Patterson has a hidden depth trait, so that is why Blakely is losing his roster spot to him. But like I said a minute ago, as of right now, I still have no clue who our starting quarterback is going to be. I will have that figured out, obviously, before we go into week 1 when we take on the Los Angeles Chargers, but that'll be in the next episode.